We are in a moment of some uncertainty and doubt in the American public mindset about our role in the world, about the nature of the world that we're confronting. And there's an awful lot that's changing. The U.S. economy is exposed to and integrated with the global economy now at a scale that's substantially different than was true 20 years ago, let's say. There are rising powers who have greater influence in world politics and greater influence in international security than was true even 10 years ago. The Middle East is in turmoil, and our allies and our stakes in that region are substantial. So there are a number of things that are, I think, creating uncertainty and doubt in the American public mindset. This gets injected then in, I think, a very simplistic and frankly mischaracterized debate about American decline. And we've had a lot of discussion and debate and books about American decline or not in decline, et cetera. I think it's the wrong way of understanding the problem. I think the rhetoric of decline runs far ahead of the reality of decline. The simple fact is there are new factors in the world. There are new actors. There are new economic relations. And we have to adjust our policy to deal with those. Second point I would make is that we've lived for now 65 years in an international system characterized by two fundamental realities. The international system was built by, protected by, promoted by American power. And the second reality is that our power, by our own choice, was embedded in a series of institutions, alliances, and arrangements for partnership, for cooperation, for multilateralism. I don't see anything in either campaign, anything in the policy of the president, anything that Romney said that's going to change either of those two fundamental realities. I think the kind of core tenets of the relationship between American power and international order are very likely to remain true over a long period of time. But the reality is that we confront new challenges. China's flexing its naval muscle in the South China Seas. India's asserting itself in the international stage. South Korea, Turkey, Mexico, Brazil, a whole host of countries are seeking new voice in international institutions. We're economically dependent on those countries now in a way that we weren't before. And those are realities that will confront either candidate. No matter what their policy orientation is, those are realities, and either president will have to adapt to them. The final point I'd make, just to set the stage, is we'll hear a lot of rhetoric about this. Romney will accuse Obama of apologizing for America and not believing in American exceptionalism. Obama will say that he's now tested as national security commander, et cetera. So the rhetoric will be there in the campaign, and I think each side will try to frame the other as not having a good grasp or not having the tools to manage America's role in the world. We don't know what Romney actually thinks about foreign policy. He hasn't written much about it. He's got advisors from every part of the spectrum. But when I read the couple of speeches he's actually given on foreign policy, and you strip away the rhetoric and you look at what he says he would do, I find it indistinguishable from the essential policy lines of the Obama administration.